Good afternoon, guys. It's Janet with CBD Apothecary Solutions.com. Up in the right-hand corner, you'll see my business card if you're interested in any of the contact information there. Today, what I wanted to talk with you about was disability, my disability, actually other people's disabilities, and how we can help one another. We are such a strong group, and they're such a large group. As of today, May 10th, 2018, the total is 20% people in this country, 20% of the total population are disabled. And that number comes to 65,538,778 people. And I'm sure as we speak, there are more that are being diagnosed with disabilities or chronic illness. Chronic illness, as it is defined, is an illness or a disability that lasts 3 months or more. That is a large group, and we're a close-knit group. Just to kind of educate you is what I wanted to start out with here on my channel. What my channel is going to be about is how to teach you how to overcome different things, how to be able to make it through disabilities, and not let them defeat you and not let them take your life from you. There are ways, there are things that you can do to help get back your life. A prime example is Christopher Reeves. That man had everything physically taken away from him. Every physical component he had inside and outside, except for two, and that was his heart and his brain. And yet he still managed to have a very successful, fulfilled life. And I hope that my channel will help you do some of the same. I hope I can teach you and share with you things and ideas and topics that will be things that you can't find anywhere but here. And I ask you to please subscribe to my channel and like it and share. If there's things on my channels that help you, that motivate you and encourage you, please share with others. Ask them to follow and to subscribe to my channel. And I'll have a place on there where you can subscribe to my channel. But back to the topic, because I have a bad way of getting away from the topic. October is the National Disability Awareness Month. And what I would love to do is to encourage all of you to do something, all of you who are not disabled, and even you who are disabled and can still do things, do something for someone else that you know who's disabled. And I can guarantee you, if you're not disabled, you know someone who is, and I promise if you're disabled, you know someone else who's disabled. So do something nice for them, but be careful what you do, because people can get offended by things that you do. Let me tell you about a story real quick that I did with a little boy when I was in high school who had been in an accident and was in a wheelchair. We were at church and in the rec room, and in that rec room was a soda machine. He was over at the soda machine in his wheelchair trying to reach up and put that money in the machine. And so what I did was stepped over and said, "Here, let me help you." And he blurted out, "I can do this myself." I offended him. I offended him terribly. He wanted to not have everything that he had taken away from him. That's when I learned what my goal in life was going to be. It was through the Bible that I was assured of that, and a scripture in there. And I'll go into that on another day. But that was when I knew that helping others in a constructive way, in a good way, was what I was going to do. So I hope today I can teach you and encourage you. And by helping someone else in October during the Disabled Awareness Month, that will make you feel better. In November is the National Caregivers Month. And we all know who are disabled, there is no one more important to us in our lives than our spouses or our caregivers, whomever they might be. Not everyone has a spouse. I'm very fortunate and very blessed to have the most wonderful spouse ever, who has been the best caregiver ever to me for the last 9 years. And I couldn't thank God anymore for that caregiver. And you guys need to remember to thank your caregivers. And in November, even if you're disabled, find someone to take your caregiver's place for the day. And if you're healthy-bodied and able, in November, you take someone's place. If you know someone who's disabled and you know who their caregiver is, take their place for the day. Just one day. And what that'll mean, because caregivers listen a lot. They hear a lot. They hear us and watch us go through so much, from talking about our illnesses to talking about the pain to watching us cry and complain. And so one day off in the month of November would be such a generous gift and a generous way to give back. Disabled people, they have an incredibly deep bond that no one else has, because they have struggles that no one else knows about and that no one else understands. I am first and foremost the one to tell you that I know that it's difficult to understand someone's pain and disability. I have ankylosing spondylitis and rheumatoid arthritis, which are two autoimmune disorders. I don't expect a depressed person to understand what it's like to have that physical disability, no more than I understand what it's like to have depression and a mental disability. We don't understand each other's disabilities, but we understand each other's struggles. And because of that, we have a deep, deep bond. And I'm going to leave you the last thing I'm going to close with today. And again, is to remind you, please follow my page or subscribe to my page. Check out my business card up in the top right corner. And I just want to let you know that I do this to help others because it's rewarding for me. It makes me feel better. It makes me forget about my pain and my disabilities. And this is the thing that I want to leave you with, that nothing paralyzes our lives like the attitude that things can never change. We need to remind ourselves that God can change things. He can. And outlook determines outcome. Write that one down today. Wherever you sit, lay, stay on a regular basis, write that down. Outlook determines outcome. If we see only the problems, we will become defeated. We will be. There's no doubt. But if we see the possibilities in the problems, we can have victory. And I hope through my videos and through some of the things that I'll discuss in the future videos that I will give you victory, that I will help you see and find victory, even pain relief. Guys, again, check out my link at on my webpage at cbdapothecarysolutions.com. Subscribe to my page if you will, please. I'll also put a link down below for my apothecary. And until next video, may God bless you.